Hey everyone, and welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're diving into something I know loads of you are really curious about: getting good at sending proposals on Upwork. It's an amazing platform, honestly, a real game changer for so many of us, just opens up so many doors. But when you're just starting, that find work section, wow, can feel like a bit of a maze, can't it? I definitely remember that first feeling. Excitement, yeah, but also like, okay, where do I even start? You're just trying to figure things out, and sometimes, well, you learn by tripping up a bit, discovering those little quirks and maybe tricks clients use without even meaning to.
Absolutely. Yeah, the sheer number of jobs on Upwork is fantastic, but for someone new, it can feel like just information overload. You're juggling so much, trying to make fast decisions, figure out where to spend your energy and those valuable connects right. My feeling is getting successful on Upwork isn't really about never making mistakes. It's more about getting clarity faster.
Yeah.
We want to help cut through that noise for you today, sort of reduce that initial mental load and make all that complex info feel more intuitive, almost easy.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're trying to do. We're going to unpack this checklist, 13 key items that I've personally found to make a huge difference. We'll chat about what each one means, why it's important, and how you can actually use it. Think of it as a shortcut, maybe, helping you make smarter choices right from the get-go as you navigate this really vibrant place.
Exactly. It means turning that uncertainty into a real strategic edge.
Yeah.
We'll look at these 13 points not just as, data you happen to find, but as signals, powerful signals to guide you. And I also want to share a kind of vision, how an ideal tool could be like a lighthouse, really lighting up the path, making these tricky decisions feel natural, almost effortless, but always keeping the choice in your hands, just empowering that choice with smart insights.
Okay, cool. Let's dig into the first one then. Payment verified. Gosh, I remember my first few proposals. I was so focused on the job description itself, I didn't even look to see if the client's payment was verified. Oh boy, did I learn that lesson eventually. It's such a basic step, You pick it up after a few near misses, but for us newbies, it really shows how much you need to pay attention. Basically, it just means Upwork has checked they have a valid way to pay, like a credit card on file, if it's not verified. While the risk of not getting paid or even running into a scam, it's pretty much 100% on you.
That's precisely it. And it's exactly why this is so critical. This is where I sort of dream of a tool that's like your personal financial safety net. Imagine it just automatically showing payment verified with a big green check mark, or a clear red alert for not verified. No more squinting at the page or forgetting to look. Just immediate clarity, protecting you from those dodgy situations and potential scams. Maybe you could analyze client history too, linking straight to Upwork's verification status. It's like having a little advisor there, whispering, careful, this one's high risk. It turns that lesson you learned the hard way into instant, easy insight. Protects your connects so you don't have to learn by losing them. Really gets down that initial, whoa, what do I look at first feeling.
Right. So until we get that magic tool, maybe a good tip is just always check that badge yourself. And if it's missing, maybe send a quick, polite note asking the client to verify before you spend your connects. It's small, but it protects you. Okay, next up, contract type. Fixed price or hourly? Ooh. This one. I've definitely, especially early on, underestimated the work needed for fixed price jobs. Ended up earning way less than I should have. It's such a common rookie mistake, figuring out how to price your time accurately. Hourly felt safer, maybe fairer, but it needs a whole different kind of discipline, with the Upwork time tracker. Choosing matters, especially at the start. Fixed price can be good for small, clear tasks. Hourly may be more stable if you've got a decent track record.
And my ideal tool wouldn't just show the type. It would overlay it with a quick assessment, tailored to you. Like based on your profile, your past projects, your skills, it might say, okay, this fixed price gig looks like a good fit for your current rep for quick wins. Or for hourly, this might be a stretch without more history, but hey, look how stable this client seems. It helps you pick what really fits your strategy right now. Helps you avoid that paralysis, that, oh no, is this the perfect proposal? Anxiety. It guides those first contract choices, making it feel less like a random guess.
That's a really helpful way to think about it. Without that tool, I guess my advice is, for fixed price, break the project down, like really down into tiny steps. Helps you estimate time better so you don't sell yourself short. And for hourly, just be honest with yourself about tracking time accurately. Moving on. Project duration. Less than 1 month, 1 to 3 months, or more than 3 months.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I used to just jump at anything that looked interesting, but I've learned, Those short jobs, great for getting your first reviews in the door, but the longer ones, they need a really solid foundation of trust. It's all about balancing getting quick wins versus building up some stability because, let's face it, early on, that instability is a major challenge. Short contracts mean quick entry, less risk maybe. Long ones offer that steady income, but yeah, you become quite dependent.
Right. And I think a tool could frame this duration part strategically for you, like as part of your overall opportunity organizer. It could cross-reference with your career goals, your current workload, and highlight things like, hey, this short job, perfect for building your reputation fast. Or, this long-term project offers stability if you've got the history to support it. It's essentially providing a roadmap for your growth on the platform. Makes those early choices feel less like a total gamble. Helps you quickly see what matters most for where you are right now. Guides you effortlessly, really.
So the takeaway for someone starting out might be maybe focus on the shorter gigs first. Build up that portfolio, get some good reviews. Then once you have a few under your belt, you can more confidently go after those longer term projects for stability. Makes sense. Okay, this one. Weekly dedication. Less than 30 hours a week or more than 30 hours a week. I've personally felt the pain on this one. I definitely committed to way too many hours on one project once. It just completely tied me down, you know? I couldn't jump on other cool opportunities that came up. It really teaches you to match your actual available time with what the client expects. You kind of learn your limits by accidentally pushing past them sometimes. Less than 30 hours gives you flexibility, but maybe lower overall pay. More than 30 offers stability, but yeah, higher dependency on that one client.
What's really interesting here is how a tool could help manage your own bandwidth. Avoid that mental burnout. Imagine it integrating with your calendar or the availability you've set. It could just show you, yep, this job fits your stated weekly hours. Oh. Or maybe flash a warning. Careful, this needs more hours than you usually commit. Think about it. It really empowers you to pick jobs that genuinely fit your life, your workload, so you don't feel swamped. Protects your energy for the stuff that really counts, just by giving you that immediate personalized heads up on how it fits your schedule.
That would be incredibly useful. For now, I guess just take a really honest look at your schedule before committing. Overcommitting is it's a fast track to burnout. Better to do amazing work on fewer projects than just okay work on too many. All right, next. Professional profile. Beginner, intermediate, or expert? I've definitely applied for expert jobs with my beginner profile back in the day, just, hoping for a lucky break. It taught me a lot about managing my own expectations and figuring out what clients actually mean by those labels. Usually, beginner means a tight budget. Intermediate is often looking for that sweet spot of cost and quality. And expert, that's for the critical, high-stakes projects that need proven results and usually pay more.
And this raises a key question. How do you cut through that noise? How do you avoid feeling like you're just competing completely blind? A tool could instantly check your profile's experience level against the job's requirement, give you an immediate fit score. How? Well, it could parse the job description for keywords, skills, compare them against what's listed on your profile. It might tell you, hey, your profile, strong match for this intermediate role.
Yep.
Or, whoa, this expert job, it's a long shot. But look, if your proposal is really unique, maybe go for it. It helps you aim your energy where it's most likely to pay off, guide your prioritization, turning that blind competition into a smart strategic choice.
Good point. My takeaway then. Be realistic. Apply for jobs that genuinely match where you are now. And if you do decide to reach for an expert role, make absolutely sure your proposal is exceptional. Show off transferable skills, a unique angle, something special. Client rating. 1 to 5, what's acceptable? I distinctly remember being so focused on just getting any job at all, that I totally ignored low client ratings. That was a rough experience. But wow, it hammered home how important a good client relationship is, especially for protecting your early reputation. Generally, above 4.5 is great. 4.0 to 4.4, kind of a gray area, proceed with caution. Below 4.0, that's usually a red flag. For a beginner, those first 5-star reviews are like gold. Absolutely vital.
I really believe a tool could bring this rating to life, almost like a client trust score, like the stars you see on Airbnb. It could use simple color coding. Green for 4.8 and up, yellow for maybe 4.0 to 4.4, red for anything below that, based on an aggregate of reviews from other freelancers. That instant visual cue helps you steer clear of potentially difficult clients, protects your most valuable asset early on, your reputation. It's about seeing that seal of trust immediately. Makes the choice so much clearer, reduces that, oh no, what if I picked the wrong client? Fear. Just immediate, undeniable clarity.
Yeah, definitely. So without that instant color code today, just pay really close attention to the client's feedback history and their average rating. Try to prioritize clients with 4.5 stars or higher, especially when you're starting out. Those early reviews are just so crucial. Okay, this next one is interesting. Is the client accustomed to buying freelance work? At first I thought, oh, new clients. Maybe less competition, which sometimes, yeah. But I quickly learned they might also have no clue how Upwork actually works, which can cause its own headaches. Experienced clients, even if there's more competition, often means smoother projects because they get the process. You can usually get a sense of this by looking at their total spend on the platform.
What's fascinating here is how a tool could give you an instant client spend tiers badge. Imagine seeing something like premium spender, over $50, or just new client, under $1. Clear labels. This would mean processing their historical spending data automatically. It's like getting a super quick background check. Helps you spot clients who clearly value freelancers, who understand the Upwork world. Makes your decision much clearer. It tackles that problem of not having clear criteria for prioritizing based on client experience. Makes their spending history an open book.
That's incredibly useful. For now, definitely check a client's total spent figure on their profile. High spenders usually mean they're more experienced, understand working with freelancers. Generally fewer headaches for you. Okay, moving on. Job post freshness. Is the post recent or has the client basically forgotten about it? Oh, I've definitely wasted connects on old posts thinking, oh, maybe they'll see it now. But I learned pretty fast. Client urgency is key. Especially when you're starting out, you learn that just because they posted a need doesn't mean it's still urgent today. If a post is old and the client hasn't even looked at proposals in days, they might have hired someone already or just moved on.
This brings up a really important question. How do you prioritize where to spend those valuable connects? A tool could show a job freshness indicator. Simple visuals again. Green for super recent, like up to 24 hours. Yellow for a few days old. Red for inactive posts. It could track the posting date and the client's last activity automatically. It's like having a real-time pulse check on the client's engagement level. Make sure you invest connects where there's active interest, not on dead ends. It stops that feeling of just trudging through repetitive listings that might lead nowhere. Points you right to the active opportunities.
Absolutely. The golden rule here is probably prioritize fresh job posts. Your connects are precious. Don't chuck them at posts that are likely already filled or just abandoned. Client urgency really signals a better chance for you. Now, did the client send many invites? I used to get so discouraged seeing like 20 plus invites sent. You just feel like you're already way behind before you even start. But I have learned since then that okay, it's a hurdle, yeah, but a truly standout proposal. It can still cut through. It just makes that learning curve feel a bit steeper. Clients send those invites to freelancers, the Upwork algorithm suggests, right? So those freelancers get a bit of a head start.
I think a tool could offer a competitive insight metric here. It could show you, okay, clients sent 20 plus invites, competition is high, but maybe right next to it, your proposal strength for this job, high. This analysis would look at the invite volume versus how well your profile matches the job specifics. It helps you decide, is it worth putting in that extra effort to craft something truly exceptional to break through? Or should you maybe focus elsewhere? Takes away that competing blind feeling. It turns that potential creative block when writing the proposal into an informed strategic call, helps you gauge the effort needed for a real shot.
Good way to put it. My take. Don't let high invite numbers scare you off automatically if you genuinely think you're a perfect match. See it as a challenge, an opportunity to really make your proposal shine. But yeah, be ready to go the extra mile. This next point is pretty critical. Is the client already interviewing someone? I know I've sent proposals when clients were already deep into interviews. Usually, didn't work out so well. It teaches you about timing and about when your proposal needs to be absolutely stellar to even get noticed. You realize you're kind of walking in at the end of the movie. If a client's interviewing several people, they're likely already quite invested in those candidates. Makes it much harder for a brand new proposal to grab their attention.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, a tool can provide a clear client engagement status. Yeah, it might just say 1 interview in progress, moderate competition, or 3+ interviews happening, decision likely soon, end quote. It could pull this live data right from Upwork's own job status indicators. This kind of insight empowers you. You can either say, okay, maybe pivot to a more promising job, or, all right, I still want this, but my proposal needs to be a game changer. Yeah. It transforms that horrible darkness of not knowing your actual chances into a clear strategic decision point. Gives you the power to assess the odds properly.
Right. Until that tool exists, always check the job post details for interview status. If you see multiple interviews are already happening, your best shot is probably a super tailored, really compelling proposal that makes an undeniable case for why you are the one. Okay, here's one I definitely overlooked at first. Client hiring rate. That's the number of hires divided by the number of jobs they've posted. I've learned that a client who posts tons of jobs but actually hires very few people, usually not worth the effort or the connects. It's one of those simple math things you start checking after a while, just to make sure you're not wasting your time.
Hmm.
A high hiring rate, say 70% or more, especially combined with decent spending, that looks like a golden opportunity. Low rate, like under 30%, and low spend. Huge red flag.
This is where I genuinely believe a tool could shine as your personal connecs investment advisor, X-King stand. It could calculate and display a hiring reliability score, something like 80% hiring rate, $10 K plus spend. Excellent opportunity. Right there on the job listing. It'd be crunching the client's historical hiring data automatically. It's like having a financial advisor, but for your Upwork connecs, guiding you to invest your tokens where the potential return is highest. This directly tackles that fear of wasting time and energy, gives you an objective score for each job, making every connect feel like a calculated investment.
What seems really clear is that the hiring rate gives you a peek into how serious the client actually is. Always try to prioritize clients with a strong hiring track record. It's a powerful sign they actually follow through. And for this point, do I meet all the requirements? Is my profile insufficient or incompatible? Oh, I've sometimes tried to kind of bend my skills description to fit a job I really wanted. I've learned it's just better to be honest with yourself and the client about what you can genuinely deliver well. Saves everyone time and, frankly, frustration later on. It's just part of finding your real niche. Always double check for specific things they mention, like languages, software, certifications.
And what's fascinating here is how a tool could run a quick profile compatibility scan, help you avoid that rework, fatigue, and frustration. It could use, say, natural language processing to scan the job description and instantly highlight the keywords or skills that you actually have listed on your profile. And maybe flag the ones you clearly don't. It's all about self-awareness, right? Letting you quickly see, is this a strong fit? Or isn't it maybe better to save those connects for something that's a perfect match? Ensures you're applying where you can truly shine and deliver great results.
Yeah, good point. So without that fancy scan, just read the requirements really carefully. If you're missing a core requirement, honestly, it's usually best just to move on. Focus your energy where your skills are a genuine match, not a big stretch. And finally, number 13. Is the job featured? I didn't really get the significance of featured jobs at first, just thought it was like bold text or something. But I've learned these clients are often more serious, more motivated, which makes them potentially excellent opportunities. It's like a signal they're truly committed to hiring. A featured job basically means the client paid extra money at Upwork to make their post more visible. That usually means they're serious about hiring and probably hiring quickly.
And connecting this to the bigger picture, a tool could automatically give these jobs a client seriousness boost. A clear, featured job badge, flagged right there, may be pulled directly using Upwork's API. It just instantly signals that client's commitment. It's like having a spotlight automatically shining on the most promising stages in the theater. Guides you towards clients who are really invested in finding the right person fast. This helps you overcome that competing blind feeling again by pointing you straight towards where the client is actively putting their money and effort. Illuminates the path, makes your choice clearer.
So when you see a job marked featured, think of it as a green light. These clients are often ready to go, they value their time, so your investment in writing a great proposal for them could be really worthwhile.
So what does all this mean when you bring it together? I really believe the ideal tool isn't just about showing you bits of data here and there. It's about transforming your whole Upwork experience. Imagine, like a single dashboard, a sort of Google Maps for Upwork opportunities maybe, where all the relevant jobs appear already filtered, maybe even ranked for you, finding the most efficient route to your next great project. This tool, it could be like your personal scriptwriter too, offering AI-powered suggestions for your proposals tailored specifically to each job description and client profile, making that proposal anxiety just melt away. You'd shift from endless second-guessing to just refining already smart drafts, in minutes, and no more competing blind. You'd see maybe a chance ranking, like a real-time stats panel in a video game, showing your estimated probability of success for each job you look at, letting you really play to your strengths. Ultimately, this kind of tool creates like a clean workbench, a clear mental workspace where that feeling of being overloaded just becomes a thing of the past, making every decision feel intelligent and informed.
Wow, that's quite a vision. It really highlights how much potential there is to make the whole Upwork journey smoother, more strategic for everyone, especially for people just starting out. I feel like this deep dive has given everyone listening so much to think about. Shifting from just, crossing your fingers and hoping for the best to actually making informed choices, even right from the beginning.
Precisely. Because fundamentally, learning to navigate Upwork, it's like learning any new skill. It's a journey. It's about equipping yourself properly, understanding the landscape, and making every single decision count.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I believe the future for the truly savvy freelancer on Upwork isn't about working harder hours, but working smarter. It's about having that brilliant lighthouse guiding every single decision, ensuring every connect you spend is a smart investment, not just a gamble in the dark.